Thank you for joining us for the 2-minute drills. I'm Aaron Allegiance and Gabriel Valley Newspaper Group football writer, joined by San Gabriel Valley Tribune Prep Sports editor Fred J. Robledo. Freddie, we got a good one taking place in the Heights. Kind of feels nice to say that again. Big game in Hacienda Heights at Los Altos. Los Altos hosting Arroyo in a very, very nice Mid-Valley versus Southeast Division
matchup. You're going to be there, Aaron. You're going to be
I will be there on Friday night. I'm very excited for it because we got a couple of storylines in this game, Fred, that are very interesting. Los Altos had one of the better senior classes in the area last year. Those guys are all gone. You know, you're talking about Shane Vernal at quarterback, Scott Tibbs, an all-purpose weapon, Justin Fiola, and a handful of others. And then you're talking on the other side about Arroyo, who Steven Rivera, the Tribune Player of the Year, is now gone, and they begin the whole post-Rivera era. Try saying that 10 times fast. So you got your share of storylines in this game, and it should set up for something nice, something interesting.
Right. And the bigger storyline for me is what's Arroyo going to do after Rivera. I've always thought that's a team, and you get certain teams like that where one player is so important to everything you do, you just don't know what they'd be like without him. I've always thought, Arroyo last year had a great year, that they would be a 2-8 or 3-17 without Steven Rivera. I just do. I don't think that you get the talent at Arroyo that you do in some of the other parts of the valley. That's why I look at someone like Los Altos, and you just mentioned they lost all of this senior talent. But when I think about just football talent and what schools get year in and year out and how they reproduce that, you've got to believe, Aram, that Los Altos is more of that football program. They get more of those football athletes. They get more size than Arroyo does. I think this is going to be a big wake-up for the people over in Arroyo. They've had some incredible success with Steven Rivera, who's been a great 4-year starting quarterback, but they're going to face reality now in that league. What it's going to be like not having him there, not having that super quarterback. He did everything, Aaron. Offense, defense, special teams.
I understand that.
I know Sennheiser has a very good track record. I know that.
And you do realize that they won a lot of games before Rivera was ever a quarterback.
Right.
And they've had good quarterbacks. Partita, Dominic Salmon.
You said before he's quarterback. That's more than 4 years. That's more than an Olympics ago. I think that the demographics have just changed, Aaron.
What?
I do.
No.
I think it's gotten even worse.
Trust it's Arroyo reloading.
I don't, let's see.
Look at it.
They have a lot. Other than Rivera, you just mentioned they do have a lot coming back.
Yeah, it's like 18 starters.
Okay,
basically,
great. So
every key guy on defense.
We're going to really see how important Rivera was. With that many guys coming back,
look,
we're going to find that out.
I'm not diminishing Rivera's role, but you're acting like Arroyo came out of nowhere once Rivera was the quarterback.
No,
they were the league champion literally every year before that,
I didn't say they came out of nowhere. I think
they were in the semifinals of a high division in 2004 or 05 when Dominic Salmon was the quarterback then. This is one of the winningest programs in the Fred, they've been in the playoffs 20-something years straight.
That part of the valley just concerns me. You know what? South El Monte was a lot better 4 years ago. It just seems like they had more football talent.
South El Monte doesn't have the history that Arroyo has.
Around that area. Gabrielino was even a lot better. San Gabriel, who won the championship last year, they were rolling back there a little bit. I just think that the football talent in those areas aren't as good as it is on the east side of the valley.
Arroyo was rolling back then. They were rolling in the 80s. They were rolling in the 90s. They were rolling in the 2000s. They're rolling in the 2000 teams.
Well,
you got nothing to worry about there.
What they're going to be like.
I'm sorry, but I don't see how the demographics have changed in North El Monte or El Monte over the last.
I think it's gotten better around them, Aram. I think there are a lot of teams out there.
They're still winning their league every year, Fred.
Yes, the last 4 years. They've had Steven Rivera the last 4 years. I think he was.
Yeah, but they were winning their league before that. They won it when Mark Colella was the quarterback. They won it when Salmon. They were in the semifinals against South Hills.
I guarantee you they're not winning the league this year.
Oh, geez.
I guarantee you they're not winning the league this year.
We'll see about that later on down the road.
Take care of
the guy that's replacing Rivera is Nathan Cotto. He's going to have a big set of shoes to step into. He's got big footsteps to follow in, obviously, but Los Altos has a lot of rebuilding to do as well. Now, the question is, do you think a Southeast Division team reloading can beat a Mid-Valley Division team that does return in Arroyo of a very good defense? They have a very good running back in Peter Oholoka coming back. They got guys back. They got a good receiver in Andre Kirchhoff back. The offensive line returns 4 out of 5 guys, including an all-CIF guy and Rivera's brother, James Rivera. I got Arroyo winning this game, Fred. I mean, I think they're more comfortable in their own skin. This coaching staff has proven before that no matter the position, they can reload it. I'm not saying Nathan Cotto will be Rivera, but I think he's going to be good enough to make the big pass when he needs to. I got Arroyo winning this game.
We're going to find out. And I don't even look at it like, Southeast team against Mid Valley team. I think that that division this year is pretty comparable when you think about Mid Valley having the Paracletes and how good Monrovia is, and I think the Southeast has taken a little bit step down. But like I said, to me, it's down to the program. I think Los Altos, and you'd mentioned before he went on that Singheiser had watched.
Yeah, you'd seen them in the scrimmage, and he was impressed.
He was very impressed.
He thought they reloaded pretty well.
I think Ziola really impressed me last year in the way he brought that team along. That was 0-10, and they go 8-4. And I just think he's got that program going. And
direction again.
They lose a lot of guys. But I think they're a school that traditionally has had talent and they have size. I think that size and being at home is going to wear down an Arroyo. They do not have that super playmaker at quarterback that's going to carry the day like they used to have.
And you might be right about that, but the thing about Los Altos is they were starting to falter a little bit under Gano. They had the down years under Aguilar. They had the 0-10 year under...
I'm not saying they're the Los Altos team that had Cody
but you're
Felipe
saying,
Rodriguez
because they're a big-time pro or a historic program, they can reload. I'm not sure. I think the question is out this year as to whether Los Altos looks more like the 0-10 team from 2 years ago or if they look like the team from last year. Now, Coach Ziola did a great job. He's doing unbelievable things getting that ball rolling and getting people excited about the program.
Right.
But he is now coaching a team. Yeah. He inherited a good senior class. And now he's coaching a team that he doesn't start with that kind of senior class at the helm. Not saying that they'll take that big of a step back. But I just think Arroyo's the more advanced team at this point. Maybe in 5 weeks, Los Altos beats them.
And this is the reason you're going to be at that game this Friday. This is probably one of probably the most intriguing area game on Friday, just in terms of what Arroyo has post Rivera and what Los Altos is going to do to follow up that 8-4 season with so many departing seniors. It's a great game, and that's why these first games, Aaron, you just never know. But I'm going to take, and it's just a hunch. I like Los Altos. I like that size. I like what Ziola's done, and I really do believe Arroyo's going to struggle a lot more than you think they do post Steven Rivera.
I don't know. I like teams that can play good defense and run the ball. I think Arroyo can do that. I think they're going to do it all year. And Cotto, he made some nice throws in spring and summer. I got some faith in the kid. But nothing would surprise me in this game, really. I mean, if either team won, that wouldn't surprise me. That's why, like you said, it's one of the most intriguing, if not the most intriguing games of the week. This is at Los Altos. Big game in the Heights. Once again, love it. Arroyo comes to town, 7 o'clock Friday night. Get out there. I will be out there. Enjoy it.